What's up, guys? It's Nikki Smith and Knowledge by Nikki with 1K, and I'm back for a video 2 of our Money Matters series, which is in our Knowing Your Numbers book, guys. You got to get it, because guess what, guys? Money matters. Whether you think it does or not, it matters. And I say it all the time, dreams cost. We all have these dreams. We all have these things we want to do, but we don't look at the money that it's going to require in order for us to get there. So let me talk to you about something that I know for a fact is a real problem in the salon industry, and that is what we call product usage or misusage. Okay? Let me tell you, about 10, 15 years ago, maybe even a little longer than that, I was starting to realize that my profit margin, meaning the money that I made after I bought products and after I bought paper towel service, and I think at the time, maybe a little earlier than that, I was booth renting for a minute before I actually went into my own salon. And so basically after all of that was paid, there was nothing left, guys. And now I'm talking about making a 6-figure salary, and there's nothing left. So I'm trying to figure out what is really going on. So as I started to dive into where my money was going, even back then, I knew something wasn't quite right. Now, I didn't get it right yet, but I knew what I was spending on products was probably one of the culprits. I just didn't know how to figure it out. So let me tell you what I came up with. And this was way back when. I've taught many people how to do this now. So I'm going to teach you today. Okay, this is in our Knowing Your Numbers series, which, let me grab my book. I actually put it on the floor. It's in this book right here, guys. This book is worth its weight in gold. It has some real good nuggets in it, guys. So I'm going to show you. We're going to start at chapter 2. So let's go to chapter 2, guys. Let's start. And for those of you all that have already purchased the book, you've already probably seen these videos because it comes with the book. Okay, so if you look up in our screen, and let me enlarge that a little bit for you there you go. If you look up in our screen, this is a statement that I'll say in class like over and over and over again, because when I realized that products, which is what we call part of the cost and goods of services, or COGS, if you're in the retail world, is called the cost of goods and sales, because they're talking about retail. In our world, it's the cost of goods and servicing, because that's what we do. That's how we make our money. When I was really trying to figure this thing out, I came up with this little exercise, and I've taught many people this today, and I kind of started it already for you. So you get yourself a black marker, and you see I just have these kind of unlabeled bottles. They're just real generic. And the first thing you have to do is you have to get every single bottle. When I say every bottle, you have to get every single bottle that you use in the shop. Everything from maintenance to back bar to color to developer. I mean, everything. Everything you use, and you know after you use it, it's gone. You got to buy another one. You have to do this exercise that I'm about to tell you. So this is one thing I say. And if you look at the screen, it says this, and this is my statement. And I say, if you like that expensive shampoo, I need you to like something else. One thing that we don't understand, a lot of us in this industry, we don't understand how to create a better ROI. And for those of you all that don't know what that means a return on our investment. And I'm going to show you how to go about doing that, because when you decide what your service pricing is going to be, you also have to take into consideration all the things you need in order to perform that service. Those things become very important. If you do not take those things into consideration, I guarantee you, you're going to find all of these products sucking up all your money. And then you're going to be disgusted, okay? Let me go to this slide real quick. I want to show you something before I show you the exercise. Can you all see that slide? I got a couple gadgets working here. And I'm going to go to that slide actually so I can see it with you all. Look at all the products that we use in a salon at any given time. Look at all these products we use. Now this is in urban salons more so. This can be in one person, guys. We have relaxer, we have shampoo, we have conditioner, pomade, edge control spritz, spray shine, serum, color. If you use color, you probably use a developer. And think about people that get dimensional color services, meaning they're getting lightening and toning, and then you might have to go back over and do some staining with a semi-permanent or a demi, and It could be highlighting, low lighting. Think about just a color service in itself without the shampoo and the maintenance products. It is not odd, and this is something I want you to remember. This is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 products I have on this board. But realistically, every client that we do in the urban salons, we can use anywhere from 7 to 15 different products. Did you all know that? 7 to 15 different products. Oh my God. So can you even imagine how much of a profit that sucks up? I mean, a lot. That can literally suck up a lot of products, guys. So then if we're underpricing, you already know what's going to happen, right? You're going to feel like you're working for nothing. So let me show you this other slide here. Let me show you this. And this talks about what are cogs. I want you all to fully understand that. Cogs are, in the world of retail, means the cost of goods sold. So if you hear that term, you'll know what it means. In our world, it's called the cogs means the cost of goods serviced. Okay, and these, an example, it says it right on the screen there. Products, towels, capes, neck strips, brushes, combs, tools, implement, and really more implements than tools. But these are products that we go through every day. Cogs means this is anything that is required in order to do the job that you're doing. You cannot do any type of hairstyling without shampoo. You cannot do any type of hairstyling without conditioner. It is impossible. So these are the products. All of them, all the way from 7 to 15 and probably more depending on what all services you do. These products have to come into the equation in terms of cost. So let me show you real quick how I figured out how to do this, right? I just did some generic labels. You see this? That says shampoo, and I put 32 ounce, even though this is an 8 ounce bottle, but we typically buy a bigger bottle than that. Then I have conditioner, and you see that says conditioner, and that's also a 32 ounce, and these are just 5 products, right? So then we have spritz, you see that? That's usually an 8 or 9 ounce bottle, and then we have hair polish. That's because everybody wants a little shine, right? So that's usually about an 8 or 9 ounce bottle, and then I just threw this in here, really. Then we have like dandruff shampoo, right? Because sometimes, depending on the service, we'll have to use multiple shampoos. If we did a relaxer also, we might even have to throw a neutralizing shampoo in here. If we're doing color, we may have to put a clarifying shampoo in. So you can see these products can really start stacking up. So let me tell you how I want you to do this. Now, you have to do this for 3 months. So remember that this is a 3-month project. I do everything in quarters, right? 3-month project. So that means for 3 months. Now, just because you know you're doing this, don't start using products sparingly. I want you to do exactly what you've been doing. Now, these are all unlabeled bottles that I can write right on them because they're not at the shampoo bowl. They're not wet. They're not, you know, marker getting distorted. So if you have bottles that obviously they get wet because of hands, then you need to put a label on them. You need to put a label on the bottles. Do not do this. I had someone tell me they were going to do it on a piece of paper and said, trust me, if you do it somewhere other than the bottle, you're going to forget. So this has to be right on the bottle. So if you can't write on the bottle, then put a label here or somewhere on the back or something like that. Now I'm going to turn these around and do the back and show you what we're going to do. The first thing you have to do before you start this exercise, you notice I've written what I paid for this bottle. You want to write that on every single product in your shop. Now, obviously, if you got a bunch of color, you don't have to write it on every tube. But if you have some different brands, maybe you use 3 or 4 brands, you want to write it at least on one of each of the tubes. And you may want to leave that tube kind of to the side somewhere until you get ready to use it, okay? So you don't use that tube and forget. Same thing, write what you paid on every single bottle. Every single bottle, write that. Once you finish that, then this is what we're going to do. We're going to do what we do normally. Don't change anything. Every time you use it on a customer, this is what you're going to do. You're going to say, okay, one customer, I used the shampoo. I also used the conditioner. I also used, what is this, spritz or hairspray. I also used the hair polish. And I also used the dandruff shampoo. You want to do this for every single customer with every single product. So you got to remember now. But if it's on the bottle, you'll remember. What will end up happening, guys, is this is what you're going to start having. You're going to start having this one, then that one, then that one. Then, you know, you do the little line going across like that. Then you're going to have same thing with these. It's going to be like that. Then before you know it, guys, you're going to have marks all the way down this bottle. It could be God knows how many. It depends on how much you use your product and how concentrated they are. Some people waste products. Some people just, you know, real sparingly. But you can be sparing when you use good products because they're more concentrated. You don't have to use as much, okay? So even though they may cost as much up front, you'd be surprised on some products that are more concentrated in the same size container. You may have more marks on the bottom just because you don't have to use as much. So this is what these bottles are going to start looking like. They're going to start looking like this. This is it. This is what they're going to start looking like, guys. Just like this. Then we're going to go over here. See, I did a couple extra there. Doesn't matter how you do them. There's no right or wrong whether you go this way, that way, vertical. It doesn't matter. This is what's going to end up happening. And I have actually had like a 32 ounce, guys, that actually had like 50 something marks on it, okay? Because I'm real sparing with product. I don't waste product at all, okay? So this is what's going to happen. So the way this works, and I am good at math, but I'm going to have to get my phone so I can do some math here. So let me get that so I can make sure I can do the calculations for us. So what's going to end up happening, let me get my calculator up there. After I get, this says 15 marks right here. That's what this says, it's 15 marks. So then I go to what I paid for. Can you all see that? $16.96. So then I go to my calculator and I say, okay, I paid $16.96 and I'm going to divide that by 15 marks. That means every time a customer uses this, they use $1, and this is average. We know we have some customers use more, some customers they use less, but we're trying to get an average. That means that product cost me $1.13, right? Let's keep it going. This one has 15 also. So this one costs us a little more though because it's conditioner. So this one was $22.50. Can you all see that? $22.50. All right, so let's do $22.50 divided by, that was also 15 marks. And so that's going to cost us, we put it right here, $1.50. Okay, got that? That's going to cost us $1.50. So she's already sucked up $2.63 in product, okay? Then we go here and we have 17 marks there now. That's the hairspray, right? So we have 17 marks for the hairspray, and the hairspray costs us $12.10. So let's see what that looks like. That's $12.10 divided by 17 equals, that's only 71 cents, so that's getting better, right? So we're going to put that on the front. Let's put 0.71 is what that's going to cost us. Then we're going to keep going. So what do we have here? We have hair polish. Boy, we were using that, weren't we? So that cost us $14.27. 27 cents, and then we're going to divide that. How many marks we got here? Doesn't want to stay up there for me. Oh, it would have just kind of rolled away. All right, that's great. I'll get that in a minute. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 20, right? So we have $14.27 divided by 20. And that gives us another 17 cents, right? Or actually 71 cents. What's the likeliness of those being the same, guys? Here, let me grab this because I want to show you how we're going to add all these up. And this would roll all the way under here. That's okay. All right, this is live video, y'all, so it's good. This is unedited, educational, and helping you understand and read your money, okay? So let's talk about this last product. Now, mind you, if we use 15 products, we would have to take all 15 and figure this out. So here we are. We got a 32 ounce, and it's $18.22. So let's see what that looks like because we have, what's that, 20 people? So we had 18.22 divided by 20, and that equals 91 cents, okay? So we're going to put that here, which is going to say 0.91. Now, what I'm going to do to give you an idea of what this is going to look like in real clients. Let's say we use 10 products. So we got 5 here. We're going to take this and we're going to add all of these costs up. So we have 91 cents, right? Plus 71 cents, plus 71 cents, plus $1.50. Got to do that over. $1.50 plus, I'll go ahead and do that, $1.13 plus 71 plus 71 plus 91. Okay, so right now we're at, you see that? We're $4.96. That's where we are. So now if we took that and let's say we doubled it, right? Just to account for like 5 more products. So that's times 2 equals $9.92. Now, this is the thing. I haven't used any Shine products or anything yet. Let me scan down here. I got to make sure I have the right one on for you all here. There's the cost of goods there. I haven't used any maintenance products really. This can just be with shampoo. That part of that price could have been relaxer. It could have been neutralizing shampoo. Some people use stabilizers also with their relaxer. So these 10 products could have been anything. What if the person got a color too? What if they got a color too? So let's just say, for argument's sake, basic style, no relaxer, we just use maybe 10 different products from a maintenance. We use, things like edge control. There are, other things, serums, things you can use to kind of accentuate curls. So let's say that made up these actual 10 products. So now we're looking at total $9.92. But I know for a fact that when I do these Money Matters series, these workshops and classes, which make sure you check my website regularly because I have them everywhere. It's part of the Money Matters series, knowledgebynikki.com, and it'll have its own tab so you can find out where I'm going to be. This is basically what we call a shampoo and style. That's all these products are. These are for a basic shampoo and style. Somebody comes in, that's it. That's all they're getting. There are some of you all that are charging like $40 still. In this day and age, you're charging $40 for a shampoo and style. Are you kidding? Or $50. Maybe we got some of you and stepped it up and you're charging $50 or maybe even $60. Okay, and then it goes up from there. But let me show you what this looks like. Let's go to this slide right here. And this is the video we're actually showing you. Let me show you what this looks like. The goal with this is that you want to make sure, and this is something, if you all are taking notes, you can write this. You want to make sure that your service ticket has to be, and we can look at this both ways, at least 85% to 95% of the cost to product. So in other words, the service ticket, and I'll put over here product costs, and we could say this another way too. They should split the ticket, okay? So when they split the ticket, that means the product cost in this scenario should be no more than 15% of the service cost. And actually this should say 90. And in this scenario should be no more than 10% of the service costs. Are you all with me? So $40, if I do 10% of the service costs, then that's $4, right? But where did I say we were for those of you all charging $40? You're at $9.92. $9.92, if you do 40, which is, I'm going to scoot these over here so I can write this for you all. I'll put them here so you can still see them. If you do $40, that's all you're charging, and you're using all this stuff. And mind you, I'm being very generous about what these products can cost. I've seen us buying products just because I like that product. I need you to like something else. I need you to like something a little cheaper, okay? If you're doing $40 and that's your service cost, 10% of that is $8. That's 10% right there. It's $8. You see that? That's 10%. But this came to 96? 92. This came to $9.96. So you're spending closer to that 15% mark. Literally. You're spending closer to that. So that's not awful. Okay? So that keeps you kind of roughly where you need to be. But again, I've seen some of you all using shampoo. I've seen some of you all use 8-ounce bottles that are costing like what this 8-ounce bottle costs. You see that? $16.96. And you know why? Because you're buying a bottle at a time. Instead of buying in bulk or getting a wholesale license and buying them wholesale, dozens or 2 dozens or 3 dozens at a time, you're paying this because you're running to the store, just trying to get whatever's at the store. And this is a retail price for an 8 ounce bottle. That's not odd. $16.96. You can easily pay that for a retail size bottle. So this is something that you need to look at. But I've seen this often. I've seen people use all these products. And let's do the other scenario first. If we did $50, which is a little bit better, then we're at $10, because you want to be on the lower end of the spectrum, okay? When you get into 15 and maybe even stretch to 20%, that's when you're getting into color. You're getting into products that require or smoothing systems. You're getting into products that require a lot of stuff to make it happen, but your prices have to reflect you using all of that stuff, okay? So this $50 puts us right at the mark that we should be, because we know $5, that's going to be $10, and we said we were at $9.96, right? So we're right where we should be, even using 10 products, as long as these are the cost of the products. Now, obviously, $60 is going to get better, but this is the thing. If you want to be able to pay your fixed expenses, because you know the cost of goods are what we call variable expenses. They have to be purchased, but they don't stay the same. You may buy them in bulk once and then buy them individually. So you're never going to have a consistent amount of products being purchased every month the same way. So that's what we call variable cost. But out of this 85 or 90% that's left, you still have to pay fixed cost, which is rent, assistance, utilities, if you pay that, if you're the owner. Those are things that do not change. Insurance. So you still have to be able to get all of those fixed costs also out of this 95%. So 10% is the most that I would ever say that you should try to use in products. Now, the only way that's going to work is you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to go through and do all of your bottles in your salon for 3 months. You're going to have to then see what you're actually using. So you got to do this first. You can't figure it out until you do this. And then you're going to go back and see where you need to possibly increase your products or buy cheaper, increase your prices or buy cheaper products. You may need to do both. But the goal is to be able to get at this 10% mark. 15% you're going up and you're giving away more profit. So then your prices are going to have to reflect that, okay? This is what happens to a lot of the money that we think we made, but we have no idea where it is. This is one of the things that eats it up, guys. And all we do is decide, I just like this product so much that I'm just going to use it. This is the way I want you to flip that. I want you to take 3 months and do this. And in that 3 months, I want you to come up with an allotment or a budget as to the most your products can cost you. And I want you to start trying to only buy products once every 3 months. So in that, you also will be able to track how much are you using. Are you going through a whole 32 ounce? Because at the end of the 3 months, you should be able to say not only the prices that you paid and how many people got it and the prices once you did the division, but you should also know, do I need 3 32 ounces in a month? You should know that. Or do I need 4 gallons of something in a month? So you should also be assessing that as well. You should know what that looks like at the end of the month, because that way, when the end of the month is getting near, I would say 2 to 3 weeks before, you can be putting in your order where you are buying everything at one time, and then you can keep a better toll or tally of the products that you're using, because when you're buying them here, there, and everywhere, you really don't have any clue. And that's what starts sucking up money. And we don't know where it went. But if you buy one time, do your inventory, make sure you have a system. All the systems now, POS systems, they all have inventory tracking. So it's not even hard to find that. You do have to input the data now. You do have to input, I have 20 32 ounce shampoos on hand, and every time you deplete those, and you could do this once every 3 months, so you don't have to do it all the time. You go in and you put what you have left and have your system where your system will ding you if you set it up that way when you need to order your next group of products, and it'll tell you, okay, we're running low, we only got 1 left. You tell it when you want it to actually let you know when it's like only 1 32 ounce left or whatever it is. You have to set it up, so you got to take time to do that. But this is going to change. So When you do this, you want to set up your budget, and let's say in 3 months, if you all get video 1, and obviously if you're watching this, you probably have seen video 1 already. We did a $10,000 scenario that the person was making per month, okay, or $10,000 a month. That was gross. That wasn't net. In that $10,000, now we didn't take the taxes out or anything yet, now for this example, but we did in video 1. So you all want to check out video 1. That's the 3-month money challenge. You want to check that out. You would take that same $10,000, and that's real easy. 10% of $10,000 is $1,000. That means I cannot spend over $1,000, period, in 3 months for products. Can't do it. Can't do it. And that's everything. That's color, developer, shampoo, conditioner, maintenance products, everything. Towel service, everything that falls in this category of COGS, cost of goods serviced. You have, and that's only in our industry. If you hear COGS again, it'll say the cost of goods and sales. That's in retail. You have to come up with, I have $1,000 budget, period, on products. So if you're in a commission situation and you're buying products for other people, you have to really talk to them about usage and overusage. And this becomes part of every meeting, every month. We need to have this conversation about products. I understand now why schools actually ration out products in small cups, because this can literally eat away at the profit, whether you know it or not. It really, really can. And I guarantee some of you all that are watching this from the Knowing Your Numbers book, this is why, and let me show that again so you all know where this is coming from. This is why, even though you're making 6 figures, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. You're still at the end of that. Your balance sheet or your ending balance on your checking account still is saying $2 or, God forbid, negative. And it's because you got too much stuff eating up your profit. You got it? So this is a great exercise for you all to do. Don't do it one time. Do it continually. You may add new services, add new products. You want to, 3 months, every 3 months, you want to go back, assess, get your ordering together. Even if it's just, if you're just a booth renter, you start here. You say you want to own a salon one day, focus on these type of disciplines when it's just you. That way, when it becomes 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, multiple salons, you'll already be in the habit of doing it. All right? That's it for today, guys. That's Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. This is video 2 from my Knowing Your Numbers series, and it's basically called So You Like Expensive Shampoo? I need you to like something else. Peace out. We'll see you on the next video, video 3. So log on to knowledgebynikki.com and you can get all these videos of the Knowing Your Numbers series. See you next time.